Right now, an overnight shooting at a Madison apartment leaves 10 people injured. Hear from witnesses and what they saw. Plus, we bring you inside the Democratic State Convention as it wrapped up earlier today. And Donald Trump held his first official rally since his conviction last month. We go over what we spoke about. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. An overnight shooting at a Madison apartment complex leaves multiple people injured. Madison police officers responded to a call to the Lux Apartments on West Johnson Street in downtown Madison just before 1 a.m. for reports of a large party on the roof. As officers arrived to the scene, they were alerted that a shooting had taken place. Officers found one teenager in the street below with multiple gunshot wounds and several other people also needing medical assistance. At least 10 people were hurt, though none of the injuries are considered life-threatening. 9 of those people suffered gunshot wounds or grazed. Madison Police Department Police Chief Sean Barnes says victims range from age 14 to 23. 10 shell casings were recovered from the scene.
Whenever there's someone who's fired a gun indiscriminately like this, there's always a threat to the community. But we're going to work to ensure that whoever is responsible for this is brought to justice. But we can only do that with the help of our community. We're going through and we're looking at any public space cameras that we may have, any access cameras from the building, anyone that may have cell phone video.
As of 4 p.m. this evening, no arrests have been made. At least one victim remains in the hospital. Their condition is unknown at this time. And now residents at the Lux are certainly shaken up after the chaos that unfolded earlier Sunday morning. But they also told us unsanctioned parties like the one that happened last night happens relatively often, and that it may be a problem at the complex. Our Brandon Ross has the story.
We have a gunshot victim in the middle of the street.
I thought someone was dead since the way that they fall in the street, you know?
Second gunshot victims with UW in front of the building.
Early Sunday morning, chaos at a downtown Madison apartment building.
All of a sudden, there's this big loud rumbling coming from the stairwell because everyone's trying to escape downstairs.
We have more people with blood coming out of the building.
Next thing we know, we're like hearing people yelling, screaming.
Even people were trying to get into my apartment, since my apartment is right next to the emergency stairs, you know?
We will take anyone we can get. There are a lot of people out here.
9 people shot in total, the youngest just 14 years old.
It is truly a miracle that no one is dead.
Police were originally called to the Lux Apartments on Johnson Street just before 1 a.m. on Sunday for reports of a large party on the rooftop.
Juvenile party on the rooftop with over 30 people drinking. They've broken some furniture in the lobby. They're underage and they'd like them removed.
That's something residents say isn't uncommon.
It happens a lot. Once one person gets in, like, everyone gets in because you can just open the door, boom, they're in.
Online reviews of the complex say the same, even adding it's often people who don't even live there throwing these parties.
The problem here is that, there is no security, you know, like anybody can just like get into my apartment. It's hard because you're living in a place and you want to feel safe, you know, especially if you're living in a nice apartment like this, you know.
Abel Abaya says he had just gotten home when the party escalated into gunfire, but he could feel the tension even in the lobby.
The situation was already pretty hostile, you know, downstairs. I saw like a little fight.
He says he's had security issues at the building before. His PS5 was even stolen out of his own apartment, but this is the last straw.
I'm moving out.
This is the reason?
Yeah.
Detectives were back at the scene on Sunday afternoon looking for more evidence and video. They're asking the public to contact them with any information. Now, there's another press conference scheduled for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We will stream that for you live on channel3000.com.
Braden, thank you. And switching gears now, we're going to head on over to the weather patio. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, a little bit different scene from earlier today, but how's it feeling out there?
Yeah, no kidding. You know, it's been a pretty pleasant Sunday and to the weekend, and those nice conditions are going to continue as we go into your Monday and even your Monday night. It's starting Tuesday that we could see not only the chance for showers, but also maybe a rumble of thunder too. We've also added Thursday to our alert day. We have now Thursday as an alert day because we are anticipating maybe some severe weather as we go into the middle of the week. But until until then, clouds are going to continue to clear on out here as we continue to make our way into the 10 o'clock hour on this Sunday. 60s for temperatures in Dane County and really across all of southern Wisconsin. Upper 50s to low 60s. We're eventually going to settle into those upper 40s to low 50s. Winds have died down, maybe some gusts upwards of 10, 15 miles per hour, but generally speaking, we're going to go quietly into your Monday, and it's going to be less breezy on Monday too. In the full forecast, we're going to track out kind of what we're expecting for your Thursday, why we've issued it as an alert day. That's coming up later on in this half hour.
All right, Blaze, we'll see you then. The state Democratic Convention wraps up in Milwaukee, with the Republican National Convention set to be held in the same city next month. Democratic leaders had lots to say about their opponents in this year's elections.
150 days until the election. That's what Democrats pointed out here at day one of the state Democratic Convention.
If we work hard, and I know we will, knock on doors, make phone calls, and chip in where we can, Wisconsin Democrats, we're going to elect Democrats up and down the ticket.
It's a smaller footprint than the national convention Republicans will hold here in just over a month, but Democrats say their presence will be known.
We've already opened over 47 offices right here in Wisconsin, and that's with more to come. As for the RNC,
Trump and the Republican campaigns have hardly shown up in this state at all.
Democratic National Convention Chair Jamie Harrison joined Wisconsin's Democratic Party, taking a shot at what they call the lack of presence from Republicans in Wisconsin.
These halls have been packed with Democrats training in conversations and persuasion tactics, mobilizing and organizing caucus meetings where a united party celebrates our values and prepares for 150 days in which Wisconsin is going to gear up to tip this presidential election away from the GOP.
Along with Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, Wisconsin Democratic Chair Ben Wickler spoke to the media, focusing on Republican frontrunner Donald Trump and his MAGA extremism.
It's the felonious Trump party that's spreading false conspiracy theories about voter fraud, undermining our democracy, and claiming they won in Wisconsin in 2020.
Local leaders from Mayor Cavalier Johnson to Attorney General Josh Kaul took the stage at the convention's main event.
there is no question that it's going to be a close election, so buckle up.
And this morning, delegates approved a resolution calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza conflict. It comes after several pro-Palestine protesters interrupted a speech by Senator Tammy Baldwin in the convention hall last night. The protesters were quickly escorted out by the room by security. WISC-TV's Chair Ben Wiekler spoke to press about the incident after the event.
President Biden is calling for a ceasefire, for hostages to go home, and for a just and permanent cessation of hostilities and end to this war. This is something that most Americans and most Democrats across our state and across the country are ready for.
Protesters also gathered outside the Potawatomi Casino and Hotel, where the convention is being held. Back to more local news. A child that has been declared missing in Madison was found in North Dakota. The Madison Police Department reported last night that 12-year-old Savannah E. Chim was missing. She had last been seen Friday night on the city's north side. Detectives from MPD's Special Victims Unit discovered she may be in North Dakota. That is where local law enforcement found her and took her into protective custody. A Florida woman is arrested after allegedly robbing a Platteville ice cream shop. The Platteville Police Department identified 45-year-old Beretta Alessandro from Spring Hill, Florida, as the woman who allegedly robbed 3 Maria's ice cream shops in Platteville. An employee of the shop says Alessandro walked into the store and said she needed $80 for gas. She then allegedly took $80 from the cash register and then asked for more money. Platteville officers later stopped the vehicle with a Florida license plate and say the woman in the vehicle matched the description of the woman who allegedly robbed the ice cream shop. A 50-year-old Lone Rock man is seriously injured after a motorcycle crash in Iowa County last night. Officials say the man was traveling southbound on U.S. Highway 151 near County Road in Mineral Point. He lost control of his motorcycle and was ejected from the vehicle. The man was found unconscious in the median. Emergency services performed life-saving measures. He was then transported to a local hospital and later taken by UW-Med flight. There will be a lot of work cut out for G7 leaders on dealing with those other issues as President Biden juggles multiple international challenges and deals with his main political challenger here at home.
Without naming his predecessor, President Biden jabbed at former President Donald Trump today during a wreath-laying ceremony at a World War I cemetery in France.
I think it is a measure of a country's support for democratic values, that they honor those who've risked their lives and lost their lives. The idea that I'd come to Normandy and not make the short trip here to pay tribute. And it's the same story. Think about it. America showed up.
The former president skipped that same cemetery during a trip to France in 2018, and reportedly afterwards called those who were buried there, quote, losers and suckers. This afternoon in Las Vegas, Trump said that never happened.
For me to say suckers and losers about people that died in World War I in front of military people? It's not a possibility you could say a thing like that.
Sunday was Trump's first official campaign rally during a West Coast swing where he saw thunderous crowds since being found guilty in the so-called hush money trial in New York. CBS News confirms he's scheduled to meet via Zoom with his probation officer on Monday from his Mar-a-Lago home. Likely voters say that guilty verdict pales in comparison to other issues like the economy, inflation, and the border.
If Joe Biden truly wanted to sign an executive order to stop the invasion, right now all he needs to do is say, I hereby immediately reinstate every single border policy of a gentleman named Donald J. Trump.
New CBS News polling out Sunday shows the likely rematch between Biden and Trump neck and neck, with the former president ahead by 1% nationally and President Biden ahead by 1% in the battleground states. As for President Biden, he will also make a trip out west for a star-studded event in Los Angeles next Saturday, but not before that G7 trip to Italy. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And now turning back to the rally held by former President Donald Trump, attendees battled temperatures around 100 degrees as Trump took the stage in Las Vegas for his first official rally since being convicted. He was there on the eve of the Nevada primary. He stopped short of endorsing any of the Senate candidates, but did have compliments for the Republican Senate candidate, Sam Brown. He did not mention the verdict of his recent trial, but instead focused on immigration and his new Latinos for Trump coalition. And coming up next on News 3 Now at 10, make sure you know what products you need to maximize your beach time this summer. And later, our Andrew Banstra has the latest from University Ridge as the AmFam Championship comes to a close.
Now, don't you worry. I'm going to take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco. Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2026. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast so you can enjoy your new windows all summer long. 2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Celebrate Memorial Day at Brothers Maine, where unbeatable appliance deals come with expert advice. Enjoy special prices and free delivery on top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Badgerland, Decks, and Construction for Best Home Builders and Best Outdoor Living and Services. Vote for Badgerland, Decks, and Construction today.
More epic than a sky full of lanterns. More epic than solo sailing the 7 seas. More epic than getting that beach body in time for summer. It's the epic summer sale at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $299.99. Purchase the Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. Or score no interest financing until January 2029, plus free shipping. Shop the epic summer sale today, only at Denver Mattress.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machine. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, we're moving on up with Marla Gibbs. Do you prefer comedic or dramatic roles?
Whatever's paying me at the time.
Plus, an early Father's Day gift for a great dad.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
If you're gearing up for some fun in the sun this summer, but you're overwhelmed by all the options for chairs, towels, and umbrellas, well, Consumer Reports has you covered with some of the best beach, pool, and lake gear you can buy.
Beaching it has changed so much over the years, and now the options for beach buys are seemingly endless.
There's so many beach products out there. So we focused on some of the essentials: beach umbrellas, beach canopies, beach tents, and even sand repellent beach towels.
Consumer Reports likes this Turkish cotton towel from Ephesus. It's compact, repels sand and water, and dries quickly. And some styles are under $10. For chairs, CR chose the Cooler Quad chair from Coleman for its comfort and versatility.
Not only is this chair amazing on the beach, but you'll find yourself pulling it out so many times during the year.
If your idea of fun in the sun includes reclining, CR also likes the Tommy Bahama Wavy Marlin Deluxe Backpack Beach Chair, which has plenty of storage, including an insulated cooler pouch. To help protect you from the sun's harmful rays, these shady top picks all say they're made with at least UPF 50 fabric. This Tommy Bahama umbrella has easy grip handles for setup and is designed to withstand the breeziest beach days. The same can't be said for the Caribbean Joe umbrella, which lost its battle with the wind. The Cool Cabana 5 was the top choice for its ease of use and abundance of shade. This tent from LL Bean is made with quality materials, had the most features, and was the easiest to set up and take down among the tents CR looked at.
Even if you're undercover, it's important to wear sunscreen.
This copper tone lotion and this Eucerin spray both earned top scores in CR's sunscreen ratings. And of course, if you're headed to the beach, don't forget the snacks. This is Marcy Whalen.
And just a friendly reminder, if you can't find a CR recommended sunscreen, any sunscreen at all is better than none. Check our website for more sunscreen tips. And speaking of sun, there was quite a bit out today. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze.
And there's going to be even more on our Monday. May make going back to work just that much more difficult because it's really going to be a beautiful Monday. The winds die down if you didn't like the winds today. The sun stays out and the humidity continues to remain low. So we got a taste of that today. Quiet over the last 3 hours. Our friends to the north, though, as we're nearing June 10th, we've got a handful of frost advisories for parts of northern Wisconsin. Absolutely crazy that 6 months into the year we're dealing with frost, or at least a possibility of frost to our north. But that shows you the strength of this high pressure system and the comfortable air it's bringing down. It's also pushing out these clouds that have kind of moved in over the last few hours. By about midnight, the cloud cover should clear, and we're waking up on Monday underneath mostly clear to clear conditions. We got to near 80, Janesville, Madison, Platteville, Bosco Bell, Lone Rock, Prairie du Chien, to name a few places. We were just a few degrees shy of that 80-degree mark, but overall, the low humidity and at times breezy conditions did make for a very pleasant Sunday. Now we're into the upper 50s to about mid-60s. It's 66 in Prairie du Chien, 63 in Platteville, 64 Pearville, Monroe, as well as in Janesville. Into Dane County, 64 in McFarland, 65 in Verona, Belleville as well. 64 in Sauk City. Again, if you haven't done so, open up the windows, let in the fresh air. The low humidity, we're not going to have these many days left. We're just that comfortable outside. So enjoy the nice air while it's here. And again, today was breezy. Some of those wind gusts topping nearly 45, if not at 45 miles per hour in Platteville. 40 mile per hour wind gust was our strongest in Prairie du Chien. We got up to 33 miles per hour in Madison. Now those winds have died down and they're going to remain lighter as we go into your Monday, the marking of a high pressure system. Plenty of clear skies, which we're going to see tomorrow, as well as those light winds. Monday, 8:30, we're starting out in those upper 40s to mid 50s, and then we climb back into those upper 60s to low 70s for your Monday. Again, not seeing any clouds or rain on future track, at least for Monday. We're going to take it out a little bit wider to show this incoming line of rain as we go into your Tuesday. I would say mid to late afternoon beginning, maybe some storms off towards parts of Minnesota as well as in Iowa. That will eventually push into parts of Wisconsin. That's not expected to be severe. We have put out an alert day for your Thursday. We pushed that to your app, so hopefully you got that notification. We just have a small portion of southern Wisconsin in a threat outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. We've got a warm front that's going to be laying across parts of southern Wisconsin, providing a little bit of rotation. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. All the makings for maybe some severe weather. So we're going to keep you guys updated as we go and get closer to your Thursday. But enjoy tomorrow. Upper 60s to low 70s, low humidity, and those light winds. It is going to be gorgeous. There's a look at your kind of planner taking you from the morning hours to the evening. Make some plans to get outdoors at some point tomorrow, just like Julie did over this past weekend. Send us any of your weather photos by scanning the QR code there up in Lake Winnebago. Thank you, Julie, for that. Maybe dodging some of those showers on Saturday. There's a look at your 7-day forecast at alert day on Thursday, taking us through Father's Day weekend. That's when Jalen and folks at home, we could be flirting with the mid to upper 80s, if not maybe seeing some low 90s out there. It's a little too far ahead now, but we do have that chance for some really warm air as we go into Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, no thank you. Once we get above 85, if there's humidity, I'm headed indoors. But as we were talking about earlier, you and I, whenever we get into weather, again, it shows me just how fast time moves. Again, a month ago was just Mother's Day, and now we're already on to Father's Day.
Soon it's going to be Christmas, and then it's going to be 2025.
Well, I mean, we can fast forward to Christmas, get a couple gifts in there.
I'm ready for presents.
We can skip the summer. I'm good on the summer. Well, all right, sounds good. Thank you, Blaze. And you can stay up to date on the weather on our First One Weather Forecast app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app. Just search WISC Weather. And coming up in sports, an ending you have to see to believe. Andrew joins us after the break to break down the final round of the AmFam Championship next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Corolla Cross for $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
BMO.
Milwaukee, are you ready?
All the best parts of summer are here at Summerfest. Along one epic, music vibing, crowd cheering lakefront. Experience 600 artists across 12 stages during 3 unforgettable weekends. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets, lineup, and more at summerfest.com.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised.
My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk. Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
The Stars, they were out for the last day of the AmFam Championship. But Jordan Love wasn't the story of the day. The final round was an instant classic, even if it didn't have that final storybook ending. Steve Stricker entered the day tied for the lead, but gave himself some insurance early on, leading by 4 strokes at a point. But things fell apart here on 14. Strick up 2 strokes at this point, and he misses the par putt. He'd settle for bogey, opening the door for Ernie Els. And then on 18, Els and Stricker both 12 under. Stricker sinks the par putt to force a playoff hole, and that's where things get fun. Ernie Els in the playoff hole, well, he sinks his putt, meaning that Steve Stricker needs to do the same thing. He has a 3-foot putt, maybe 4, and it lips out in one of the most devastating and shocking endings that you could think of for a guy hosting his own tournament. He's unable to defend his own crown and finishes second at the last year at University Ridge.
A little disappointed, really. You know, I hit some nice shots, made a lot of nice putts today. The one in regulation, you know, a little 5-footer in regulation. And I just, I rushed that. I felt some wind coming. I was going to beat the wind and just lost my mind there for a minute. And yeah, unfortunate to give it away like that. You know, he feels bad winning like that, and I feel bad giving it to him like that. But he played well. He strung together, I think, 3 birdies on that backside when he had to, and he kind of answered the call when he had to.
And it was a tough day on the links for Madison's Jerry Kelly as well, who entered the final round 6 under in contention for the lead. The Madison native, though, could not get a single birdie to drop today. He would shoot 5 over par on Sunday. The 2-time AmFam champ complimented the course at University Ridge in its final year, but said he's excited to move to TPC Wisconsin next year. Brewers trying to take the series in Detroit, but the Tigers, they had other plans. Detroit up 10-1 in the 8th inning. The Brewers just trying to get something on the board, and look at Matt Vierling. He climbs the wall to bring it back in. The Brewers, they're going to leave Motor City with not a lot of dignity out of this series, but still playing a fantastic season. And honestly, Jalen, we're going to forget about that 10-2 loss today and focus on the fact that, shockingly, they continue to be one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah, mentioning the fact that they're one of the best teams in baseball, they have one of the best starts in franchise history, especially entering a year of uncertainty with all the moving parts and new faces into the locker room and into the clubhouse. But let's get back to AmFam.
Yeah.
What a super exciting weekend. You guys put in a lot of work in sports, and I'm sure weekends like this one make it worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think more than anything, the takeaway from this weekend would be that, you know, I don't have any dog in the fight, but just from the emotion from the event that final day, I mean, everybody just kind of flattened out after Stricker misses that putt, and kind of like he said, it felt like he almost gave it away as opposed to losing it, and I think that's why it hurts so much. But all in all, an incredibly fun weekend that really you won't ever forget.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Andrew. We'll be back with more after this.
More epic than a sky full of lanterns. More epic than solo sailing the 7 seas. More epic than getting that beach body in time for summer. It's the epic summer sale at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $299.99. Purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. Or score no interest financing until January 2029, plus free shipping. Shop the epic summer sale today, only at Denver Mattress.
Old windows? Compromise your home's comfort. Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. They warp and crack, becoming vulnerable to the elements. At Next Door in Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last up to 50 years, longer than any other window you can buy. And while other companies cut corners and never call you back, we've got your back. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Army National Guard soldiers have the option to train and learn skills in the trade fields, skills that can lead to employment at home as well. Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now, get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 1.9% APR for 36 months, plus $500 retail bonus cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including the Del Bar for Best Restaurant and 4 other exciting categories in food and drink. Vote for the Del Bar on MadisonMagazine.com.
Tom also lost $30 million in crypto. Tom, how did you fall for that? I mean, even Gronk was like, me know that not real money. Like,
you saw her take down the Forum at the greatest roast of all time, the roast of Tom Brady. Here comes Nikki Glazer, Alive and Unwell Tour. Saturday, September 14th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. She's alive and unwell. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Well, Andrew, you were out there today for what was a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was.
AmFam. Hopefully that continues. Will it, Blaze? Let us know.
It will. It will. Plenty of sunshine for your Monday. There's a look at your planner really from 7 a.m. through 5 p.m. Make some plans to eat outdoors tomorrow evening because I don't know how many days left we have of the low humidity and these comfortable temperatures. Alert day Thursday, but we could see some showers and thunderstorms starting Tuesday afternoon.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow.